What's good, everyone? It's Zigzag here. Welcome back to another Geoguessr video. Today I'm playing the PlonkIt map, which is a map created by professional players to try and fool other pros. Basically, it's got a whole bunch of bait locations in there, places where you'd think it'd be in one place and it's in another, all kinds of fun stuff, and some that are just interesting. But hopefully, we'll come across some interesting rounds today and get a good country streak is what I really want. So let's see if we can get some good scores and streaks. First one here is clearly Europe based on these buildings, but let's take a look around here. Some kind of trekker, meaning it's not a Google car. Looking at these houses over here, it really feels quite Mediterranean, but it's some kind of a lake. So yeah, I was thinking Italy somewhere. That's my main thought here with these buildings. I could see other Mediterranean countries as well. I almost did think also of that lake in Hungary, but I'm pretty sure it can't be Balaton, so I'll just go in Italy here, and it ends up being in Italy, just. No. Okay, that makes sense. Slovenia, there we go. So, not particularly far from Italy, but also, yeah, not quite right. I mean, I think this whole area, this peninsula, does have pretty Italian architecture anyway, so not a terrible guess, but hey, we missed it on this occasion. Next one, we're in front of some kind of a palace. We got a long antenna, so I would think of Russia here. This pole's also square like a Russian pole. It could still be Ukraine, but I feel like it's more Russian. I don't know. I feel like Russia's just more likely because it's a bigger country, but we'll see. I think I'll just go for Russia here, and it ends up being in Russia near the big river as well, so that's good. Next one here we have sheep and some white buildings. I would say that it's probably Middle Eastern, and I'm gonna take a look around here because I'm actually not too sure. This pole here almost seems Tunisian. I've definitely seen those poles in Tunisia, so I do wonder about that. We're in Trekker here. This is kind of interesting. We have like an Arabic stop sign there. I think they use normal stop signs in Tunisia, you know? I actually can't remember now. Maybe they do use them, but yeah, I've definitely seen these poles over there. It's a big hill in the background to the south there. Do we have any other hills? Because there are, okay, red flag. Nice. So there's not actually that many hills in Tunisia, but there is one, like a ridge south of Tunis or something like that. So we should be somewhere around there. And okay, it was all the way inland. I was not familiar with that tracker, but that's more inland than you normally get in Tunisia. So kind of a rare piece of coverage there. I'm surprised I've never seen it before, to be honest, though. So this should be Italian, and these should be Italian poles. It's just kind of a difficult round facing this direction. I think over here this is not particularly difficult, I hope. But yeah, actually 26 kilometers away, not too bad, right near Naples there. Next one here should be Canada, USA. I'm facing this direction. We got, well, this is just a cool roller, I think. I think that's what we're meant to pay attention to here. Spring Expo for the Rotary Club of... Oh, can't quite read that, to be honest, but we've got mountains. We do have mountains here. I mean, all we need is a speed sign, and then we know it, but it seems like we actually don't see one just at the moment. So now I'm looking for... We've got front plates, so maybe British Columbia. But it could just be USA here. Could even see Alaska. Don't think it's entirely likely. No, this looks like a British Columbian pole to me. I'm gonna hedge it on that. Ooh, okay, another nice guess. That was in Mackenzie, BC there. So I have been around there. I've been to Dawson Creek, so I may have even passed through Mackenzie, to be honest, but I don't remember it at all. Next one here feels probably Slovakian. Could be Czech. Let's take a look around. Yeah, Slovakian crest there. Very, very, I don't know, I got the vibes. This feels like hilly, not too flat like you see in this part, so why don't we just go somewhere up here, and it's going to be pretty close again. Ends up being right on the Polish border there, so a 23.5 is definitely solid, especially considering we had a Russia, a Canada, and a Tunisia that I'd never seen before, so pretty solid there. But okay, let's head into the next one here. Let's see, we're on a 5 streak, so I think we can definitely build on that. This one, I don't really know what's hard about this one. I guess it's just cool that we're under this huge bridge, but yeah, this one's definitely United States with this yellow plate. I think that's a New Jersey plate, so we can probably just send it in here. I'm gonna go there. Ends up being really close again, just in Philly, right there, so not too bad. 6 country streak. This is near me. This is Adelaide, actually. This is Adelaide, I'm pretty sure of it, yeah. So there's the rest of the Fleurieu Peninsula, and this is like deep south Adelaide. We're on Gordon Street here. Do you want me to 5K this? I'm gonna see if it's easy. So we can see the whole peninsula kind of just bends out here. So it should be like an Aldinga beach, I would say. And we yeah, Gordon Street. Okay, nice. That was pretty easy. Don't spend too much time down south, but definitely recognizable there. So yeah, pretty fast 5K if I don't say so myself. Okay, next one here. This is quite a few hills. We do have a long antenna like Russia. In fact, it is Russia, so we got the country. But the region is harder. The region is definitely harder here. These mountains are big. Is it Caucasus, though? I'm not entirely convinced. I might actually lean more kind of this direction here. Indeed, like somewhere just near Irkutsk or something like that could also make sense if we had big enough mountains there. Ulan-Ude? I think it might be Ulan-Ude, honestly. Is it even 5K? No, I mean, it's not in Ulan-Ude, but it could be that direction. Not that I see a bridge that particularly fits there, though, to be honest. I mean, well, let's try there. It would be sick if it was correct, but it's Russia anyway, so we'll just go. Yeah, it was just Caucasus. That definitely makes sense as well. I kind of tunnel visioned when I thought about the Baikal region, but no. Okay, here we have French bollards, but this is not France. I mean, it's just clearly not France based on the trees and the poles. So, whereabouts is it then? Do you ever get them in Russia? So we have a short antenna here. Can be in Russia. Most likely to not be in Russia, though. And then these poles, I would say Lithuania. I would say, yeah, Ukraine and Russia both make sense here. So what else do we have? Do we have anything else that can actually help us out here? I think I would go Russia or Lithuania here most of all. A lot of A-frame poles could be. Oh man, this is definitely tough. The bollards are fine, like, but without normal bollards, that's what makes it particularly difficult. These things in the middle, I don't remember. So if I don't remember, it's probably more likely to be Russian than Lithuanian, I feel. So that's what I'm going to go for. And it ends up being just on the Baltic border. That's why it was tough. But again, we survive it. That's good. Next one here. No antenna at all. Makes me think of USA here. Canada also well possible. A lot of birches here, so it could just be Canada. How do I actually determine which it should be here? This is kind of difficult. Okay. I can think of multiple places. I mean, it kind of looks like Mongolia or something, these trees. So maybe that would suggest that it's more northern, somewhere in Canada. I don't know. I think I'll go for that, but I really feel like this is quite 50-50. Let's see it. And it was just in the south, even. Alabama. Wow, okay. So we ended on a 9-country streak there. We'll go again, obviously. But that seed went from hero to 0, I've got to say. And would like to do better than that now if we can. Oh, look at this hedge. It's a rocket ship hedge for this Nippon. Oh, the Japanese. It's a Japanese rocket. So would have been useful had we not seen that it was low cam, but I don't know. It's probably just one of these southern islands. Yeah, it's just south of Kyushu. Kyushu, right? Yeah, Kyushu. Next one here, we have a lot of graffiti. We have a creepy-looking child there, and we have Catwoman. I don't actually know when it comes to superheroes, but this location is clearly just cool because of the graffiti. I would say it's USA over Canada. Yeah, this tree does not feel Canadian at all. Feels like quite a warm climate tree. I'm going to try Texas, I think, but I have no idea where. Actually, it ends up being in Rapid City, South Dakota, so tough round. We got a cross on the back of this sign, but it's black. So what does that mean here? I think, actually, this also kind of looks like a Colombian sign, but is it just Brazil? Something about this is actually relatively confusing to me. It kind of looks more like Brazil. The problem is, though, no, it is Brazil, I think. I think it's just Brazil with a Colombian-style cross. I think, though. Yeah. So I almost thought of Amapá, or maybe just Accra or Rondonia here. But I might try Amapá. Let's go for that. Ends up being all the way on the coast there. Actually, that we saw like a tree plantation, and there are a lot of tree plantations on the coast over there, so that makes sense. Okay, not too bad. We're getting there. This one feels like Chile or Peru. Maybe even far north Peru. Makes sense here. Yeah, I think so. These trees, super dead. Just pure desert. And you do really get this in like this small section of flatness over here. I mean, if it's Chile, we'd normally see some elevation, but it's just so like, yeah, so dry that I don't think so. The sun appears to be maybe more northern, which is a bit of a concern, but we are south of the equator. And yeah, look at that, 24 kilometers away. Very nice indeed. You just kind of have to remember that kind of landscape, I feel. The next one here feels like Hungary. I think I would go Hungary here with the winter coverage, but it's a bait map. Could this be even Italy? Just looking at this house here. I mean, it could still fit for Hungary as well. Could even fit for Bulgaria, that house. But Czechia? I don't know, it's a poor quality road for Italy, but this map is full of bait, so the reverse psychology does definitely come in here. Yeah, man, I'd love to be able to make out some of these poles more, but this is just a difficult location. Look at that, is that a hill? This outline here really seems like it's a hill to me. So maybe that would make me think Italy more than anything else, with this house as well. I'm gonna try it, bro. Forget the stereotypes, bro. I'm saying this bad road's in Italy. That's what I'm saying. And it was in North Macedonia or even Greece. Okay, Greece makes sense. Looks a little more like a Greek house than the other Eastern European or Southern European countries. 3,000 points, not terrific. We ended off with a 4 streak there. It was a tough seed. It was a tough seed that time, but it's definitely a lot of fun. So let's keep it going here. One more streak attempt. See if we can pull through with a better one. But okay, this one's clearly what? Greenland? I don't know. I would say Greenland here. We have a church. White plates without a blue strip. That's somewhere in Greenland. I'm not sure how far up or south, but ends up being southern. Okay, Greenland it is. Next one here is Russian speaking. We have a red car with a long antenna. Hold up, what? Yeah, we had some Cyrillic here. We have a red car with a long antenna. We have an ad, which is not at all in... What is this? What is this all about? We have Cyrillic here. We do not have it here. Red car, long antenna. We have, though, Ukrainian number plates here with this little bit of yellow on the left side. So I think that we are just in Ukraine and that this is some kind of... secondary language, or we're on a border crossing or something like that. What does that say? Hosino? That might mean border, or Cosino. Yeah, Cosino. We're exiting We can actually find this place. I think that we are kind of on a border here. So, yeah, I would say that this is one of these cities, and so this might be Hungarian. I thought of Hungarian here, so I wonder if we can find Cosino then. I feel like this is actually findable. Koson could be there. See if we can line up the road angle here, because I think this was actually going to be some Hungarian. I mean, yeah, that fits. So we should just be there. And that should be the football pub that we're looking at, I guess. Although, we have a few buildings. I mean, yeah, I think it fits pretty nicely. Yeah, I'm going to go there. Ends up being correct. Nice. So in 5k again, a little bit of smart zigzag detective work there. Very happy with that. Okay, 5k in Ukraine. Haven't done that in a good while. I'll say that much. Okay, next one here. Have I ever 5k to Ukrainian round without help? Because I know I did one with Kodiak, but okay, this one should be somewhere in Argentina. Just an interesting landscape this time, I think, is the thing. I would put it probably further north here, maybe. Yeah, it ends up being fairly far north, but nowhere near where I thought. Okay, next one here is just clearly a Mongolia. I mean, when you have the car, you really don't have to think too hard. We do have mountains there. It's relatively green, so I'd say north of the capital somewhere here. Well, technically north of the capital, but all the way over here in Asia. And the next one here is just South Africa. Fairly sizable hills here. I'm just going to take it in fairly southern here, hope for the best. Ends up being all the way up here. Yeah, this is notable because you actually have a bit of dryness. Even though it's very green around Durban, you get a bit of dryness here, and then it kind of turns green again up here, so it's interesting. But okay, we're back on a 5 streak here. Obviously, the video ends when we lose this streak, so let's hope it stays on and keeps kicking. But okay, it looks like I might end here. I'm not sure where this is. Generation 2, but it feels a bit out of the ordinary to me. That's what I'll say. And what? I mean, where would this be? Very this feels like relatively tropical. These mountains are certainly unique. I feel like this is an island somewhere, but I'm just not sure which. Look at these long mountains, though. As we dropped in, I thought of like Brazil or Colombia, rare Gen 2 over there. Now when I look at it, then I also thought of Africa, but I don't think there's any Gen 2 in Africa whatsoever, unless this is South Africa. Ooh, how about that? Sun's to the north, we're Southern Hemisphere. I think my default position would be South Africa here, but I don't ever remember seeing this car blur in South Africa. It's some kind of a glitch or something. Australia seems rather unlikely. And then Chile and Argentina, not so much thinking there. So I would say it's like South Africa, maybe even like Tanzania, if there's any Generation 2 there. I feel like we could be there, but apart from that, I don't really see it. Yeah, so I think it's just ZA and like somewhere strange. I don't know where, I don't know how, but I don't think it's Australia. I would recognize this if it was Australia, so let's try ZA. And it is in Hawaii. That makes some sense. That makes a whole lot of sense, really. But unfortunately, unfortunately, I did not pick it up there. So, guys, I think I will end off the video there. Thank you very much for watching all the way to the end. Really appreciate that. Thank you again for 30,000 subscribers. I will see you guys in a video very soon, that's for sure. And, yeah, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.